wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, woo, wheeling dealing, limousine riding, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. Jet, we Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. It's apparent these girls staring. I'm Ric Flairin', gold across my chest. I'm fresh to death. I'm Paul Bearing, not at all scary. One eye open like Betty Wops and fine to these circles that's going in like a carry shot. Woo! I'm going in like a Mary Pop off that Mary Crop at the top flow at the Marriott. So questioning me is like questioning you. See, we the best dressed, so come and get blessed with the crew. Not one but two, different ways to slaughter your crew. Committed tat across the chest, I guess she blessed with the truth. People want to see them checks, representation of proof. Living through my elders, trying to resonate to the youth. But ain't nothing to get my flash on. Longevity is heavily embedded in my melanin. Layman terms, I last long. My grind repetitive, I'm smoother than real silk. Lyrical cash cow who can't cry over spilled milk. We in here. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. This ain't no normal situation, this preparation with greatness. Industry full of fakeness, it's really up for the taking. See, life is what happened to you, more so how you take it. Don't get stripped of your knowledge and mentally leave you naked. I like to live otherwise. I'm sorry that I'm fresh to death. I put the polo and apologize. See, Black Sun, we ain't nothing like the mother guys. Quit to socialize, we organize, then we mobilize. Off the deep end like a scuba diver. And no confusion, just keep it pushing like Uber drivers. Woo! Business fresh just like a supervisor in a Gucci visor. Can't find a smoother rhymer. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us. You talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limo jet flying. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us. We Ric Flairin' on us, flaring on us.
Yeah, DQ baby. Shout out that boy Nigga for that fire track. Hey, Black Sun, sun up. What's up, Vinny Vegas? What in Vegas? Yeah. Shout out Pharaoh's Kids, D-Phase, yeah, Bubba C, yeah, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' on them, Ric Flairin' son up, baby.
Hey yo, Scotty, we back.
Yo,
Appreciate you for reaching
King,
out.
Star.
I'm like, hey, it's outspoken, a lot changed. Granted, the concert we still hosting. Giving you the fix you need when on the screen. The veteran, Captain Petty, giving you medicine. Come tap in, you know Scott gon' do what he do. Might not wanna hear it, but here go the hard truth. Perry about the numbers, regret if you're not fact-based. When you run your lane, the numbers seem like a statue. Wait. Hey, Scotty, man, I'm not feeling it. I don't think the people feeling it. Let me get in my bag a little bit, just showing what this outspoken really about to be like. Outspoken, this is more than conjecture. These days they laying people off. So glad that we got our own. Hunger insatiable, made for you if you say you objective. Hard truth offering, no offense, just perspective. Come get your dosage and go with me. We spit it like poetry. The pivot was pivotal. Could right here, but I'd rather not. Some say Scotty, some call him Scott. The best one since Stewart. If you know, then you know. But if you don't, then you're lost. Let me be frank for a minute, cause we all know that's how Perry be. Break it down the game for what it was, no apologies. This my hypothesis, you tune in, you like watching it. It's common sense, obvious, competent, rugged, and confident. Hey, we outspoken. We outspoken. We outspoken.
backpack. I think we got another one. They ain't think we can do it, but we still here. Season 3. It's Outspoken.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Scotty. You already know what it is. Monday night in the building, and you're watching Outspoken. Listen, man, football. Oh, can you smell it? Oh, can you smell it? Football is in the air. We here. We finally made it here. And listen, you know I can't do this show without my brother from another. My boy, Perry. What's good, Perry?
What's up with it?
Man, chill.
Oh, this is what they want. Yeah, let's go, Perry, Scotty. Let's do it,
Oh,
baby.
man, let's get it.
All week for this.
Man, it's week 0, man. We here. Game day. Game time. It is. Now, listen, I'm going to say this. Before we get into the show, I know a lot of y'all been looking out for the Pothole State merch. It's up. All right. Go to It's Off Script. Go to merch. All right. Go to shop. Get you some Pothole State merch. All right. Go ahead and get you some of that, man. Got the car, got the tiger, whatever you need. Got the Pothole State. If you want some off script merch, it's on there too. I know you guys, Bama's been asking me. All right. So make sure you go over to It's Off Script. If you see some weird stuff, I'm still revamping the website. So don't kill me. All right. But go get you some off script merch. Go get you some Pothole State merch. It's all up. And the countdown to 0-4 t-shirts, I can't do it just yet, okay? Because if they come out the gate and they get a dub, it just the whole thing just goes to kaput.
You're gonna have to send them shirts to Panama, baby. Yeah. You're gonna have to send them shirts down to South America somewhere.
You send them to Africa. Some kids in Africa need a nice little shirt. You know what I'm saying? But let's get it.
Investment.
How was your weekend, P?
Man, it was good, man. Hot as hell, man. I don't give a damn where yet. It's just been hot, bro. Don't spit the water out, bro. Don't spit it out.
I'm good.
Good weekend, though, man. I had an opportunity. Southern University had a athletic gala on Friday night, man, and honored some great coaches, including Pete Richardson. So a lot of people know Pete and Roger Kadar, and I've done work with both of them. So I've been blessed to be able to be in the fold with some legends. And so it was a great event, man. I thought overall one of the best events I've been to in terms of an athletic event to raise money for the program. So, and then today I was at a golf tournament, hot as hell. But I don't play golf. I ride and I drink. So,
you know what? I saw your story. Yeah. I was like, Perry don't be golfing now. You know, your boy, I got clubs. Okay, I be Tiger Woods, y'all. I be out.
You know how to play?
Yeah, I play.
Yeah, man, I'm good for the golf range. I'm not good for, how many other holes that they do. I'm just good for driving around, drinking, and laughing, right? I've asked everybody today, who has the Charles Barkley golf swing, right? So, yeah. I saw a lot of that today. So, I'm not going to call out no names, but guys were out there doing their best. But, yeah, that's all I'm good for, man. Drinking and driving. I know they say you ain't supposed to do it.
Drinking and driving. Oh, man. Okay, so listen. I haven't played in a while. The last time I played, my handicap was like a 15 to 17. That was my handicap, 15, 17. My best score that I've ever scored is a 91. I could have thought I was going to the pros. Once I broke the hundreds, once I broke the hundreds, I was like, oh, I'm going to the pros, baby. I'm about to be scratched. But you get kids, man. Your life be moving. You don't get to go out to the golf. Man, I used to play golf like every day, like legit. It's a great game.
Yeah, I just love driving the car and where the next beer stop at, and this one was cool because at every other hole they had food spots, food vendors. So I ate good, as I went and I drank good, so for me, that's good enough. That's all right. Too damn hot for me to be getting off the cart, talking about using my hips and my back and my knees. Nah, I can't do all that.
Yeah, man, listen, Mr. D, come on, man. Give me an invite. Mr. Walker, listen, I got my clubs. I'll come on down.
He was there today. He was on the back of a car.
Okay.
He was riding. Yeah.
Come on, listen. Well,
Yeah.
I ain't getting no invite. I've been out there. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Talking mass. I be talking mass smack. On the golf course. But the one thing I love about golf,
beautiful.
the one thing I love about golf is it's really between you and the course. I think that's the most beautiful thing about the sport. It's not you against the next person. It's literally you against the course. I absolutely love golf. I think everybody should play it. So I'm gonna try to get my son into it so he can play with me when he grows up. You know what I'm saying? But all right, let's get into it. Listen, if anybody want to invite me to a golf tournament, your boy play, okay? Like,
and you can invite Perry because I'm a good time. Like, look, I'm not gonna play golf, but I am a good time. All right, you don't know what it's like until you hang with me and you see me in the cut, chilling, whipping, talking to everybody with my drink. So invite me too. I'm a good time. I'll turn that thing up. I know to be quiet. And don't be with my, That's why I told him golf not for me. I'm a loud ass.
Don't be talking to me in my backswing. Listen, don't be talking about my down when I'm on that downs. Don't say nothing. I need to finish.
I'm loud in golf, and I was telling everybody golf is not for me because if you just hear fuck, that's me. I done messed up some. You heard me across the court. Across the greens. Excuse me, but. Yeah, golf ain't for me, man.
Okay, story time real quick. We're gonna move on. Story time real quick. So I learned how to play golf in Japan when I got stationed in Japan, right? So we in Japan, we playing because the base in Japan had a golf course on the base. So we would go play. This is when I was real new to the game or whatever. So the rule is you're never supposed to be in front. Like you try not to be in front of the person hitting. Like you want to be behind just in case if they shank it or whatever. So my sergeants were in front of me, and they just talking, and I hit it, and it hit that boy right in the thigh. He dropped. No, I'm talking about I hooked that Jake so bad, it hit him right in the thigh. He was like, ah.
And see, that's why I'd be on the cart falling out laughing because that's what I'm there for. That type of stuff right there.
That Jake was funny. I haven't talked to him in years, but every now and again he'll hit me up on Messenger and be like, "You still working on your game?" That Jake was bad, bro. So for the rest of the time, they was hiding behind tree, like they were parked behind tree. They was clowning me for the rest of the time, man. I said, you know what? I'm not doing it.
Well, I learned something new about you today, man. I did not know you played golf, man. I didn't know you did golf.
Yeah, I'm very, I'm with the arts, man. I'm just with the arts. Yeah. I'm just saying, people doubt my. Listen, I'm in it, man. Listen, I'm very eclectic in my stuff. All right, let's get to some hot and viral, outspoken edition. First thing first, we got to bring this up. Come on, man! Stop playing with my girl. Dallas Oak Cliff, stand up. Dallas, stand up. Sha'Carri Richardson wins the World 100-meter gold. Come on, man. Stop playing with my girl.
And she slowed down and celebrated.
In lane 9. Crazy. But I want to take this a little deeper though, Perry. She is to me, I know a lot of people they're not going to agree with this, but I think she's the female version of Muhammad Ali. Not in the sense of listen, not in the sense of standing up for your rights, but just being unapologetically black, unapologetically yourself. Sha'Carri Richardson is the total embodiment of that. She doesn't care how people think about her with her nails and her hair. She is unapologetically black and dominant at her sport and what she does very well. So I applaud her for not changing her. You know what I'm saying? That to me is I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of
go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. You go, P. You go.
I wouldn't say Muhammad Ali, but she damn sure don't care about smoking a blunt and going and win a race, right? Judge me as you may, but I'm still gonna win this joker. So I do enjoy that. Be you. And I think so often in the world that we live in today, everybody tries to want to fit in because we live in this council culture. We live in a world that you have to be a certain type of way. And that's where I fall into a lot of times where people, everybody act like you have to be so uptight in this professional way. And like, I can be professional, but I am going to be me. I'm not going to be fake.
Facts.
And I feel the same way with her, the same way with you. I think that's what makes us all great. We're going to always be who we are, the way that we do. And I don't give a damn whether you judge me or not. And I love the fact that she feels that same way, because somebody was sitting with me today and we were talking about that when we saw the race. They said, man, I thought she had some different color hair. I'm like, shit, she changes her hair color every week, but that's her.
That's her. Right? That's her.
So I enjoyed it, and I love that. Be you. So often when you're black, you got to be a certain type of way. You got to make people feel comfortable. And I'm not one to make people want to feel comfortable. I don't give a damn about how you feel. As long as I carry myself, and long as I'm productive, and as long as I'm doing what's asked of me, I think that's all that matters. And she's doing what's asked of her, and that's winning races. So all that other mess, it don't matter. That's just side stories for the haters. You know what I mean?
Nah, man. I was so sad how people turned on her when she went down, and the whole weed, and she came in last and stuff like that.
It's weed, man. Like,
man, listen, bro. I think she had just lost her grandma. It was just a lot going on for her. But I absolutely love who Sha'Carri Richardson. I loved her from LSU. I loved her from her days at LSU, dusting them
right up the street.
Dusting them girls. I mean, celebrating all that, coming through the line. I love that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just who she is, and she's not going to stop who she is. Because the one thing that you learn when being the way Sha'Carri is that win or lose, you have to just be you. You know what I'm saying? If you lose being you, it's okay. You know what I'm saying?
And check out them baby hairs, boy.
Laid.
Hey, laid. That's that little toothbrush. You laid them things.
Laid. Okay. She ain't playing around with y'all. So I absolutely love this, man. Shout out to Sha'Carri Richardson, world champion, 1065. Dallas stand-up, Oak Cliff stand-up. I know they are going crazy right now. All right, next up on Hot and Viral. Man, I saw this. Okay. So this thread is really gaining traction as it's getting pushed out. And I tweeted it, whatever, X quoted it, whatever way you want to call it. I agree, right? I agree, because I've been saying this for the last 2 years that Shedeur had been on the scene. He says, explain the Shedeur Sanders hype to me. In FCS, Shedeur Sanders with 7.7 yards attempt. It would be 50th in FBS. Though he had 40 TDs and 4 interceptions with just 173 rushing yards, yet 247 had him at the number 4 QB transfer ahead of Mordecai, DJU, and Spencer Sanders. The thing is this for me, and the thread goes in way, way more in depth. But the thing for me is this. I never understood. I think Shedeur is great in his own right. I just don't think, for where they were talking about Heisman and things like that, I just couldn't get on board with it, because I'm like, he's not doing anything special. Like, he's not. He's literally dinking and dunking the whole way down the field. Like, I'm just like, bro, like, what are you supposed to do with that? You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that they put up the 7.7 yards per attempt, and expecting him to be, I don't know what they think is going to, I don't know what they're going to get. Hold on, let me say this. I don't think Colorado exactly knows what they're going to get with Shedeur, but I believe it's going to be the same old dinking and dunking that it's always been, because I don't think Shedeur is built for the vertical game. But that's just my little 2 cents. What you got?
I think with Shedeur, you saw a guy who had low-level FBS attention when he was initially supposed to go to Florida Atlantic. I think what he showed you, those are the type of guys that used to thrive in the SWAC. Those low-power 5 guys, a group of 5 guys that can come to this conference and have success. And I think what you saw with him, he was more polished than the most of the quarterbacks in this conference. And to be honest, when you talk about FCS, it was Lindsey Scott Jr. If you look around the FCS and you talk about the best quarterback, a guy that I thought you're talking about a Heisman, a guy that should have had Heisman talk. And I'm not sure if you kept up with Lindsey Scott Jr.
Yeah, UIW.
Yeah. I mean, that kid could play from right here in Louisiana, Zachary, Louisiana. I watched him win a state championship and give Zachary their first state championship. Shedeur Sanders was not better than him. But I just think when you have a kid that's like Shedeur with the attention that his father had, the attention of being able to be around guys like Peyton Manning, the attention of being around guys like Tom Brady, it creates an extra sort of excitement that people begin to hype you up because they see the success that you having on the SWAC level. And then on the SWAC level, when you say HBCUs and you see that you run through the HBCUs, it's a glorification, right?
Yeah.
But I just think we have not seen this to be able to understand it quite, to see a guy have success in the SWAC and then move up to a Power 5 school and then give that same opportunity that from day one, he's the starter at that Power 5 school, right?
Yeah.
There's no question about it. We have not seen it, so there's automatically a hype that's going to come in with it. But he was not the best quarterback in FCS, the best quarterback in the SWAC, but we saw him struggle, and he did some good things, but you saw him struggle in the Celebration Bowl. But now moving up, I think it's going to be a different play. Those defenses are different, although I know the Pac-12 not known for its defense, but still the level of athlete is going to be completely different compared to week in and week out going against SWAC teams. And we're going to notice that with him. And I don't want him to fail. I would like for him to be successful, but this Heisman talk, having this expectation that he is this guy, he still has a lot to prove. And he never won a Celebration Bowl. So for me, there's a lot more for him to prove because he ran up on South Carolina State and he ran up on North Carolina Central and couldn't get it done on the biggest stage with a national audience watching.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep saying this, right? Nothing about what Shedeur and Deion are doing is just like hate or whatever for me. My thing is this. All I'm gonna keep saying is this. I just want to see what adversity looks like for them, right? Because they never were the worst team on the field. They were never not the favorite going into a game. That just is what it is. You can call it what you want. They were never not the favorite when they stepped on the field. This year, they might be favored in one game, and that's Colorado State. That's one game they might be favored in. So I just want to see what it looks like when you're not the favorite, adversity is against you, and you're playing against better competition than what is on your team. What does Shedeur look like then? Because I will give you this. When he played against ULM, he looked like he was the only one that wanted to play that game. I'll give him that. But I'm just curious to see what it looks like going forward. And can he, at the end of the day, go toe-to-toe? Because people wanted to knock Akil Glass, but I kept telling people every day, Akil Glass had to score 35 to make the game even competitive. He had to walk into every game and score 35 or they get blown out. That takes a different mindset than when you can walk into a game and only got to score 21 to win. It's two different things. So I want to see what that looks like for Shedeur. I want to see if he has the mindset. So that's all I'm looking to do. And that Dinkin and Duncan ain't going to get it done in the Pac-12. I'm just telling you that right now. It ain't going to get it done. So you can get mad however you want. I'm just telling you what it is. All right. And last but not least, we talked about this. Me and you have had a conversation about it. Paramount decides it won't sell the majority stake in BET Media Group, so tells AP. BET gets taken off the market. You had groups, Diddy's group, Byron Allen's group, Tyler Perry's group. What's next for HBCU fans, Perry, in your opinion? Because I know a lot of people put their eggs in this basket that a black person was going to own BET, and they probably would have came back for HBCU sports. But now that it's off the table for right now, where do you see it going for next for HBCU fans?
Man, BET been had a fork in it with me. I mean, when they started showing Baby Boy 4 times a day, I knew it was over with, right? You know, how many times can one watch Baby Boy, right? So I knew it was no coming back. And when, you know, I can recall during my summers as being a kid and being at home, BET is what I left my TV on all day. I watched Cetus World, Hits from the Street, Rap City the Basement,
that was
106 in Park. Like, you left your TV on BET all day. That was what I loved. That was what I grew up to want to be on 106 in Park.
Facts.
You know,
I wanted to be in the audience. I just wanted to be in the audience one good time.
Right? I grew up wanting to be in the basement with Big Tigger, right?
Yeah.
I grew up, Sita had a shape on her. I was like, damn, Sita got that thing, boy. You know what I'm saying? Hits from the Streets was one of my favorite shows because he went to HBCUs. And of course, I watched HBCU football and grew up to watch a lot of teams that I ultimately probably would not have seen. But I think with BET to move forward, that's done. I wouldn't put any hope into it. You know, the internet a lot to you. Everybody was listening, talking about Tyler Perry. Man, it just goes to show, don't listen to nothing on the internet because it had people fooled, right? A lot of people thought Tyler Perry had locked in a deal. I think moving forward for HBCU fans, this is the age where you support your own streaming services and stop looking for this national like a BET. That's over with. Viacom owns BET, and last I looked, they don't give a damn about black folks. And when you look at stations like VH1, when you look at stations like MTV, when you look at stations like BET, they were about the music. You can't turn to none of those stations now and watch music, right?
Yeah, that's real.
How is it music television and there's no music on there? VH1 is just these days is nothing but negative drama, right? That people love to watch. BET, I don't know what the hell's on BET, you know, but at the end of the day, I just think now is the time that start supporting your streaming services. Our schools have streaming services. We're only as good as we support. But I think this is an open door. You talked about it. I've talked about it. This is prime time for the SWAC to really upgrade its own digital network and stop looking at itself as though it's some, you know, third-party company. Be the top. Be your own BET. Put that energy into it. Broadcast and showcase your games in a way that people would love to see it, including the halftime and the culture and having to understand. That was what was so great about BET. BET gave you every bit of what you wanted out of the culture. And if the SWAC won't take advantage of it, then you're starting to see the schools do their own thing. But it's only so far that they go because of lack of resources or just a lack of vision from those who actually work in it. So, you know, I would love to see the SWAC digital network take it 3 steps up and really say, all right, this is an opportunity for us to really do this and really showcase who we are and showcase the world from our own perspective.
Man, you're preaching. You're absolutely preaching. I'm going to keep saying it. I feel like they dropped the ball with Dion, that they could have been using Dion in this platform like everybody else used Dion to build their YouTube channels. The SWAC Digital Network should have been building their YouTube channel, the SWAC Digital Network, off of Dion and pushing and promoting SWAC stuff through that and getting people to feed into that. But, you know, I digress. For me, I'm going to say this and I'm going to let you go. For me, I think, listen, man, diversity is the best thing. You know, partnering with Fubu, partnering with a Tubi, partner with Amazon Prime, partner with the app. Go find
Pluto TV.
Pluto, go find somebody that is willing to take a chance and risk, and you have a partnership with something other than begging for scraps from ESPN Plus. I don't understand it. You have a base that will follow you. You have a base that does not mind spending $6 to $10 for subscription to watch their games. So why not partner with a brand that will allow you to do so and pay you for your value? So I don't get it, but go ahead, P. What you got?
I'm with you on that. I mean, these days, who's really paying for cable, right? So regardless of the fact BET really matters not, you want to be on a streaming service. You want to be somewhere where all you need is Wi-Fi and you got a good opportunity to catch it. And these days, all of these apps with all of these opportunities to watch endless amount of whatever you're looking to watch, it gives you an opportunity to be able to do that. And I just think maybe just like you said, the SWAC really has to look at an opportunity to figure out how can we capitalize? Why are we missing this mark? And because I know everybody misses the days of reminiscing about BET, what can we do to bring that back under our own umbrella? What can we do to give people that nostalgic feeling that it shows the culture? Because, you know, you can be on ESPN all day, but ESPN don't care about the culture, right? They try with the Celebration Bowl, and to me, it's like they overdo it, right? It's like it's watered down, you know, because they try to talk about the divine now, but they get the most preppiest guy, you know, to come up and talk to you about you know, the Divine Nine, but you know, and this was founded, and you know, this band. It just ain't the same when since like back in the day you had Joe Clair. See, I go back in the BT days when you had Joe Clair on the sidelines, and Joe Clair just gave it to you like it was.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on the sideline, I'm talking to any and everybody. It ain't that all professional. It's the culture.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it what it is in terms of attracting people to what we do and what we have. You got to find a way to do it. And it ain't proper. Like we was talking about Richardson, it ain't proper how we do what we do. You got to bring what we do, the way that we do it and how we do it. You got to bring that S with it and not try to water it down, because when you water it down, it looks lame and it ain't enticing anymore.
You know what's funny to me, and I wanna blow us both up. You know what's funny? You're really preaching on this, P, because it's funny how people talk about how black people carry themselves, but end up imitating the very thing they're mocking, or they're saying that is not good. But think about what ESPN has just done. ESPN pretty much went to an all-black Monday Night Football crew, and to like all their heavy hitters, Ryan, Swagoo, who else is in there? I think Larry Fitzgerald is in that jank, and I think another person is in that jank. But they know, because Ryan and Swagoo, they give you that, like, I'm professional, but I'm still black. You know, they give you that vibe. That's what Shannon Sharp did so well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm professional, but I'm still me. You know what I'm saying? So I think Booger McFarlane, he's a little hit or miss. But, you know what I'm saying?
And the thing is, because they try to roll with Jay Walker so tough. You know, and Tiffany. Like, I like Tiffany. I like Jay. But I just think, you know, there's talent out here, you know, and we have to cultivate that talent to begin to give you, because they had RG3 talking about HBCUs one year at the Celebration Bowl. Yeah. RG3 is he's a legend, but he don't understand this. And I'm not saying because he don't understand it, he can't broadcast the game, but don't get him talking about it, right?
Yeah.
And I just think with Jay's been around a long time, from the days of NBC. I don't know if people remember games on NBC, a company that was owned by Robert Townsend. When BET faded away, NBC picked it up and started showing black college football. And Jay Walker has been around a long time. One of my favorites from BET back in the day was George Johnson, man. It was nothing like hearing him coming in talking about this black college game today and giving you the breakdown. It was just like he understood everything about the culture. For me, Jay Walker has now watered it down because nobody is to challenge him. Nobody is there to give another perspective. And Tiffany's going to do her part, right?
Yeah.
She wants to do her part. But it can be so much better when you talk about the perspective. And I think that's where the SWAC can come in and put its own flair by adding its people. But if they trying to do whatever they did at SWAC Media Day, that ain't gonna be no better with what they was doing with that continuous live stream. That was too bro, you know, like, all right, brother, how are you, brother? You know, nobody want to hear that. I want to hear you say, "What's happening with it?" You know, be real with it. You know, all right, buddy.
No, I agree, and I think it's the same thing for the MEAC, right? You don't get any color comment. You don't like with the MEAC. This is the funny thing about the MEAC, right? They put their flag in, we love football. But it's like, who are y'all? Like, there's no identity with the MEAC other than they like playing football and they're damn good at it. But it's like, yeah, you're black. But it's like, who are you really? Like, it kind of reminds me of, like, I'm telling you, the MEAC reminds me of the dude who goes to engineering school from the hood, goes to engineering school, and does not go back. He just doesn't go back to visit his family. He's like, man, like, you really just forgot about us. You just up and left. And like, you know, you up in there with the whites and you just chilling up there, da-da-da-da. And with SWAC, it's like the SWAC people always like, we doctors, but on the weekend, hey, listen, I'll be at the family cookout. I be, you know what I'm saying? I go back to my people. I kick it. I chill. But I think the MEAC is just missing that identity of just being hip. And you losing FAMU, you losing Bethune-Cookman, you losing A&T. You know what I'm saying? You're kind of losing some of that some of those cool brands. Like Howard is more uppity. Morgan, it's kind of the same thing. South Carolina State has that SWAC feel to it. It's real. You know what I'm saying? But Norfolk State,
they don't.
They really do. Norfolk State is Norfolk State is like in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Just like they don't know what they want to do. So it's just different. Hey, shout out to Kamari, man. Hey, do your thing, boy, at Jacksonville, bro. All right.
And I know you got the other legends, the Charlie Neals, the Mark Gray. Mark Gray, that's my dude. That's my dude through and through. He's out in your area, that B-more area, that Baltimore, DC
That's not my
area.
That's not my area. No.
Well, I thought you liked Baltimore.
No. Don't do that.
You DC.
Metro DMV is different than Baltimore. Two different things.
Well, excuse me. Okay. Tomato.
No,
Right.
because you wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that in North Louisiana and South Louisiana. You say it's different, right?
Respect.
I did.
I don't even want to argue with you. You won that one.
Okay.
You won that one. But yeah, my boy Mark Gray, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Neal, I've had both. I've been blessed to have conversations with both of those guys and to have those legends and to realize we have these type of legends. Charlie Neal, of course, is still doing HBCU Go. But growing up listening to those guys, man, and listening to the culture and the perspective, they understood it a lot. I'm not saying Jay Walker doesn't understand it, but we had variety in those days when we talk about a Charlie Neal, a George Johnson, a Mark Gray, then adding in a Jay Walker. So these days it seems like everything black, they just assume Jay Walker, you got it. And Jay Walker like that uncle, you just like that. Like I rock with him, but at the same time, he like that uncle. Like, damn, there go Uncle Jay. Like, all right, damn Uncle Jay. He come in drunk. What's up, boy? Where you been at, boy?
Just chilling, Unc. Just chilling.
Yeah, he all like, yeah, boy. Let me tell you, I got 5 things, boy. I'm finna tell you 5 things. I'm finna tell you about, boy.
Oh, something is wrong. Something is wrong with you.
And Tiffany right there behind him, like, he's right. That's right, Jay. That's right. I agree with that, Jay.
Tell them 5 things, Jay. Tell them the 5 things.
Them 5 things, Jay. Like, hey, nephew, I got 5 things for you, nephew.
Oh, why they never give Tiff 5, man? They don't never give my girl Tiff no 5. Disrespectful, bro. Boy, you stupid. He's like, I got 5 things, nephew. I got 5. Something is wrong with you. Oh, man.
And I think he shows his bias with the MEAC as well. But I just want to see variety. Like, damn, like it doesn't have to be Jay and Tiffany every time. Like, are they the only ones around ESPN that can associate? And like they understand the culture. He went to Howard, Tiffany, FAMU. Yeah. I get it, but but it's ESPN. So that's why I said we wanted how we want it. We got to do it ourselves. I know some of these schools are trying. Some may lack the vision. Some may lack the resources. But that's when I think the SWAC should come in and try to put this thing under one umbrella. And I know everybody going to say it's this or that. But take that same concept the SEC Network did. We ain't got to do everything that they did. But take that same concept and bring that to what we have. And sell what we have, right?
Man, I'm 100% rocking with you, P, because what you do is you take what you have, you partner with it. See, but this is the thing. You don't have any leverage, right? So the leverage that you could have had by having maybe 20 or 30,000 subscribers in the last 2 years, you don't have any leverage when it comes to having 8,000 subscribers. You're like, this is supposed to be a digital network. We got 8,000 subscribers. You don't do a good way of promoting it. Nobody really knows how to really find it, right? And you're partnering with Fox News, who they're winning on their end, but you're not winning on your end. So you're promoting their platform, but you're not getting anything in return on yours. It doesn't make any sense. So to me, your best bet would have been is to partner with an Apple, a Fubu, a Tubi. Because if Fubu is sponsoring Gilbert Arenas, why can't they not sponsor the SWAC and you have a collaboration where it's like a 60-40 split? Fubu gets 60, you get 40, and you roll with it. They're your SWAC digital network sponsor. They pay you. You can do a all-day show or whatever, have a blocks or whatever, play old games. You know what I'm saying?
Because everybody continuously asks me about a HBCU college game day. I've been told somebody was like, man, you and Scotty should do a HBCU college game day. Like, there's so much that goes into it that I think has an excitement behind it, but you have to be able to create that platform and then invest into it and realize that it is a need and a want for it, and people will tune into it. While we shying away from it in terms of a conference and coming together overall, I'm not sure, because I'm still yet to understand why aren't we understanding the true nature and the power that we have as a conference, especially when you got guys. Oh, congratulations.
Come on, man. Shout out to you, Aubrey. Thank you.
And if you got a network, these are the stories that you tell, right?
Yeah.
You talk about an Aubrey Miller. You go back and you do a breakdown, and you take a Mark Gray or a Charlie Neal or a Jay Walker or a Tiffany Green, and you do a documentary on a guy like an Aubrey Miller to tell his story and his journey.
I love it.
You do a documentary on a coach and tell his story and his journey. You put that out there. You incorporate that with everything else. That's just one aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
Those are the stories that we need to tell, because all we know is oral information. But we got to go back and we got to put it on footage to be able to tell who we are and what we're doing. And I don't understand why we have yet to figure out the importance of that.
I know we supposed to be getting to it, but I'm loving this conversation. I went to Smash, and tell me what you feel about it. I went to Smash. What if there was a 30 for 30 HBCU stories where you could talk about that Kincaid team? You can talk about the Alcorn run. You could talk about the North Carolina A&T run. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're doing documentaries about the Florida team. They're doing documentaries about Johnny Manziel. You know what I'm saying? There's so much.
Doug Williams.
Before
that was a Coach Prime, that was a Doug Williams.
You know what I'm saying? Coming back, yeah.
The W.C. Gordons of the 80s, the Pete Richardson of the 90s. It's so many stories. How about KJ Black and Prairie View doing something one time in 50 plus years that they had never done? That is a story worth telling. Prairie View winning. Nobody in a million years thought Prairie View was ever going to win a SWAC championship. Had the longest losing streak ever. Another story will be the story of Texas Southern. They had to vacate theirs, right? Because of allegations of the things. But that is a story worth telling that people need to hear.
I absolutely agree, man. I brought that to Smash, and Smash is like, yo, that's a killer, Scott. So I was like, yo, that sounds like something, because you have Garrett at Southern. You have Smash. Like, the people, to me, is like, the commissioner is not using the resources in his backyard to make his backyard fruitful, right? Because you got these guys that are visionaries in your own field. You have MF Cool, you have Smash, you have Garrett at Southern. You have these guys that
you got me.
You got you. You got plenty of people to use within, the facility to make these things grow. You know what I'm saying? So to have your own HBCU story, or, call it whatever you want, HBCU 30 for 30, HBCU Untold, HBCU Unlocked, whatever you want to call it, right, is just you telling the story to the next generation so they understand, right? The legend of a W.C. Gordon, a Rick Comegy, a Pete Richardson, a Eddie Robb, you know what I'm saying? Having former players come back and talk about their times on those documentaries, that would be amazing. You know what I'm saying? And you can do it for basketball as well. You can do it for baseball. You can do it for, you can have a documentary about the FAMU baseball team that just got, you know what I'm saying? So it's just things like that. I think that it's more, and the MEAC can, Bethune-Cookman's running the MEAC. North Carolina A&T's running the MEAC. You know what I'm saying? Howard and what they, all the cheese and crackers that they sell doing their homecoming, all that. You can talk about any of that. You know what I'm saying? You can talk about it'll be a nice little 30 for 30, the demise of the MEAC. Listen, you might not like it, but that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can talk about going from 12 to 8, you know what I'm saying? Or, you can talk about that. That's a damn good 30 for 30. You know what I'm saying? So this is what
it's plenty out there, that I think could sell. It creates excitement, just us talking about it, right?
Listen, man, I know y'all, because people stay stealing. That would be what? 30 for 30 on homecomings? Perry.
And ain't nobody said nothing about a band yet.
It's too much. It's too much. What's up, X? Man, everybody up in here today, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to you, X in here, Aubrey in here. I got all the NFL guys up in here. Shout out to y'all, man. We're gonna talk about y'all coming up next on the segment. Coming up on the NFL HBCU. Let's get into some of these performances, man. Guys came through big time. I want to give them their kudos.
Go ahead before we do it. Shout out to Aubrey Miller. Shout him out, man. He just said he signed.
Hey, oh, he did what? What did he do?
Did he say he was sending you a signed jersey?
Hey, shout out to Aubrey, bro. Shout out to Aubrey. You know what I'm saying? And listen, my boy, I need a jersey. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Need a jersey. Need a jersey. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to y'all, man. All right, let's get it. First one up, Shaq Davis, 3 catches, 65 yards. Listen, he had a big catch before the end of the half. Jameis Winston threw him to him dimes. Listen, I think the way they're using Shaq Davis in the slot, that is
big body.
Big 6'5" in the slot.
I watched that game last night, man. I was thoroughly impressed with what I saw out of him, man. And when you realize how big of a guy he is, man, big frame, he made it happen. I think those 3 catches for 65 yards, very productive. I liked what I saw out of him. I hope to see more out of him as time go on, but I was very impressed last night watching the Saints.
It was one he caught, literally contested. The defender had his hand on the ball. He brought it all the way down, showed you how strong. Great comp, Rocky. Marcus Colston out of Hofstra. If you know, you know. You know what I'm saying? Great comp. That's an absolutely great comp. Same big body size, everything like that. Definitely. I talked to my guy, Zay. Zay said he was good. He was straight. I was like, yo, hit me up. Let me know what's going on with him. So make sure you send prayers to Zay. But he hit me up on Instagram Messenger. Definitely told me he was good. All right, next up.
That's good, man, because that hit, when you saw it and you just saw him lifeless, those are the type of scenes you don't want to see, in which we know is a violent sport. It's faster than ever. The hits are harder than ever. And when you saw that, man, it just kind of made everybody's heart drop. You know, and that's the sport that we watch, that we love. But unfortunately, those type of situations happen. And I hate it had to happen to him, but I'm glad to know that he's doing better, man. That's prayers right there that he's doing better, because, man, you never know how that can turn out when you look at stuff like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Next up, hey, listen. FAMU's on. X-Man had a big-time catch, back shoulder fade, doing the slot in the slot. I love it. Listen, that's a tough catch for anybody. I mean, man on man, back shoulder, win and go, got it. I love it. Want to see. I would like to see him use more in the offense. You know what I'm saying? Especially, closer to the third and fourth quarter. Like to see him get his opportunities. I wait for him to take a punt back. That's what I'm waiting for. But X-Man doing this thing, one catch, 25 yards. What you got, P?
Zay, come on, man. No. That's all I got. He in the chat. He in here tonight. Let them know, bro. Put on. Every day you go out there, bro, put on, bro. Let them know. I don't know if you need to go out there with that what they say, that monkey on your back. I don't know that. Whatever you do, bro, go out there and let them know. You cold with it, bro. I watched you at FAMU. Let them know, bro. That's all I got. Let them know.
He said, you got to get the opportunities. Always X, always X. Oh, here you go. Here you go. I got you. Always, my boy. Always keep doing your thing. All right, next up. Listen.
Play with that chip on your shoulder.
I got to give credit where credit is due, right? So let me say this, because I know a lot of FAMU people are like, oh, Scotty, you was hating. Listen, all I said is I didn't think he was a DN, right? But game after game, he is proving me wrong. Now, listen, I'm going to say this. He still don't got he got to get more in his tool belt. But just being able to play DN, he's looking pretty good. I can't lie. I can't lie. He's looking pretty good just playing DN. The things that are surprising me are this. He's holding up in the run game. Like he's not getting moved, right? I saw Mozzie Smith get tossed against Seattle. I mean, I'm seeing Mozzie, who's supposed to be the person holding up 2 blocks. Mozzie getting tossed, okay? Zay ain't getting tossed. So I got to give him credit for that. 2, he is the one thing that he did at FAMU, he's doing really well at the Cowboys, is he's bringing energy. That motor is always going to be motoring, right? So I got to give him that. And hey, listen, man, at the end of the day, you got to stand out on tape. My man is standing out. So I got to give Zay credit where credit is due. Got him a sack in the last game as well against Seattle as well. So, I mean, he's just doing his thing. What you got, P?
I got congratulations. I'm still a little salty, man. At the Senior Bowl, I was there. I tried to walk up and show him some love, man. He really wasn't fooling with me. I think because I had on some Southern stuff. I don't know. So it is what it is. Congratulations, bro.
So yeah, listen, I gotta give you credit, Zay. You know, I was tough on you. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? I gotta give him credit where credit is due. Gotta give credit where credit is due. I'm never opposed to saying
make that roster, bro, and see all these guys, bro. This be the stuff that when they get to that level, that I want them to play with that chip on their shoulder. Show them that you can eat no matter what. Because those guys don't realize, man, and maybe they do, but they are literally the catalyst to open up the doors for the next generation of guys.
Absolutely.
And I get tired of hearing that, there's no talent on this level, that it's because of who you're going against week in and week out. To me, that matters not. When you get the opportunity, you take advantage of that opportunity. Against all odds, make it do what it do. And I'm pulling for these guys, whether they play for Southern or whoever they play for, man. It's the fact that I know at the end of the day, it's the stereotype. It's a HBCU. They didn't play against nobody. Who are they? Make a name for yourself, bro, because there's been plenty before y'all, but y'all the next generation. Each and every last one of them guys, the Zays, the Aubrey, the Isaiah, man, this is y'all time to put on for everybody to show everybody what we do on here. Why we do a show like this, because next year, there's going to be a next group of guys that we're going to be talking about in the league, and I'm going to be pushing that same thing towards them. So, man, at the end of the day, this is just motivation, man. I love y'all because y'all the brothers. Y'all come from this area, and y'all can explain things to get people to see it way different than what they think they understand. So, man, y'all keep putting on for real, man, and let them know where y'all from. It's swag love all day.
All day. Now, listen, I'm a rock. Listen, there is no school affiliation when you make it to the league, in my personal opinion. All I want you to do is succeed, right? So that's why I'm like, yo, Aubrey, let me get a jersey. I got my Kobe Durant jersey coming soon. I got my James Houston sign. I'm gonna give me a Zay jersey. I'm gonna get me an X-Man jersey. I'm getting everybody. I'm trying to put everybody on the back wall. I done covered. Okay, if I done covered you, I'm trying to put everybody on the back wall. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. All right. Now, and shout out to them again. All right, moving on. Let's get into this MEAC and SWAC.
What we doing? What we doing?
We're going to get some history because, y'all, listen, if it one thing was some HBCU people, what y'all going to talk about? What y'all going to talk about, Pete? Y'all going to talk about some history. Let's talk about it, though.
I ain't study.
Did you? I just want to know, out of the 17 matchups, this is why Bama's be like, yo, he was there last week, Zay. Marquise was there last week. All right, I ain't want to double up. He was there last week. Hey, Bell's an automatic tackler. Well, I mean, but swag about football. Though. What? You ain't got nothing to say?
I got something to say, but I guess it's all about the swag, so I got it. The MEAC been kicking our ass. Straight up. It is. Tonight ain't no swag or MEAC love. Tonight is just it is what it is. Yes, I did know. I watched plenty of MEAC swag challenges over the years, as well as attended Celebration Bowls and gone to Celebration Bowls. And as always, the question when you look at the MEAC, I think, separates themselves always in the trenches. Their offenses aren't explosive. You talk about skill position players. It's nothing eye-popping, but they'll get you in the trenches. And guess what they typically do well, Scotty? They're going to play defense. The SWAC wants to come in and finesse you, right? The MEAC like, we're going to get you in the trenches, and my defense is going to make the plays in order to stop you. We're not too worried about offense, and I think over time, you've seen the MEAC have their success, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
Listen, a lot of people don't want to give MEAC love. I'm telling you, MEAC.
I do. I respect him.
Miak is the quiet kid in the classroom that you don't mess with. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't know what they might
knock your ass out. I'm talking about.
They don't.
He got a one-hitter quitter waiting on you. Just
You know
leave
what I'm
him
saying?
alone.
Shoot. So don't play with him. The worst SWAC loss. We just going. And I was so happy to see it was PV. You don't even understand. When I saw it was PV and all 10 of them fans, I said, now, do you think they attended this game? Do you think?
No, why did you pick this game to just put up here, though?
This is the worst SWAC loss. Out of all the meetings, this was the worst SWAC loss.
What year was this?
2012. Go check it out. I did my research, my boy.
I just wanted to test you out. Okay.
I did my research.
Bethune-Cookman was a dog during those years. I think those the Brian Jenkins years.
Hey, they put a foot in ass. That's what they 63-14. Were they playing? This is like Auburn versus Alabama State. 63-14. Come on, man. I was too happy. I was scrolling. I was like, oh, is that on PV? I said, oh, we definitely using that one. That's an ass whooping. Okay. He said Miak is Clubber Lang for the first fight with Rocky. Oh man, I love it. Foot in ass. But I was a little sad when I saw
those Bethune-Cookman teams, bro, were really good during those times. Seriously.
I was a little sad when I saw PV, kind of gave it back.
They made up for it.
I was kind of upset. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, damn.
They made up for it.
I was like, they did bounce back though.
That was in the MEAC SWAC Challenge. That was Coach Eric Dooley, wasn't it?
At PV?
What year was this game?
2017, 2018.
Coach Eric Dooley with that team. That team was they started out hot. They were one of the best offensive teams in the year. I remember that team. And then they cooled off Southern. They played Southern and things kind of tinkered the other way. But after that game, PV at one time when you was looking at top 1-2 HBCU football teams after that big victory right there. I remember that year very well.
Yeah, so it's only 16 points. You know what I'm saying? It ain't this. It's about what? This 49? What's that? That's 49.
That's an ass whooping.
That is an ass whooping. This is like you lost, right? But this is like we demolished you. So I just wanted to know if those.
Well, you had to come back and make it up. Now, come on. Now, it's best that they made up for it and got a victory out of a good formidable opponent out of North Carolina Central, right?
That's fair. I guess.
Yeah, I take that. Listen. Not a PV fan, but I'll take it. I love the MEAC and the SWAC. I love everything about it. So, that was a hell of a game for PV right there.
I know Bethune probably won't see a score like this for a long time.
That dominance they had under Brian Jenkins, those were some great teams, man.
He said it was 40-10 in the fourth. Oh, he probably talked about the other game. Can't be talking about this game. I can't be talking about it. He probably talked about the game we're trying to salvage. You know what I'm saying? They said that was Willie Simmons. Was that Willie Simmons? Oh, Willie Simmons got beat like that? Damn.
Ain't that crazy how Prairie View can't keep a coach? They had Willie Simmons and Eric Dooley.
They like the OKC of this thing. Dang, that's tough. That's what Willie, when Willie lose, he lose bad. Like he don't lose like normal lose. He get his ass whooped. Jesus, that's an ass.
Well, yeah, Eric Dooley got the dub, Willie got the loss. Okay.
He said, nah, that wasn't Willie.
Hold on, maybe people confuse which one we talking about. Hold on.
Oh,
you're going back and forth. Yeah.
Okay.
That's Eric Dooley.
That's Dooley. This is
I
Willie.
don't know who that is.
They're saying this is Willie Simmons.
2012?
I think it was 2012.
I don't know if Willie Simmons was there in 2012.
Okay. All right.
I don't think that's Willie Simmons in 2012.
Hey, he says, nah, I think it was Hershima Northern. What kind of name is that?
It was like Heisman Northern or something like that.
Damn, that's
that was not Willie Simmons. 2012. Yeah, Coach
okay.
North.
Yeah. Okay. All right. What kind of name? Who gets a job with a name like that? Heisman Northern. Heisman.
Don't pull that white folks stunt judging the book by us because You see that name now. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Heishma? Oh,
Heishma.
that is not it. That is not it. All right, here's some of the upcoming games for the 2020 season. You got 2024. Hopefully, your boy Odom still have a job going
This
against
Me X Swag Challenge.
Yeah, this Me X Swag Challenge. Hopefully, your boy Odom still got a job going against FAMU.
What's the problem?
I'm just saying. I hope he got it. I just said he.
I'm just saying, like, why you just couldn't say Norfolk State versus FAMU, right? Why we gotta?
I'm just saying, like, you know, he might not have a job. So I'm just saying, I'm just letting the people know if they don't know that he's been very tumultuous.
Why wouldn't he have a job?
I'm just saying he could possibly get fired because he's not doing well at Norfolk.
He can get fired.
Yeah, possibly. Anybody can get fired. That's just how life works. What are you talking about?
I think Coach Odom will be at that game.
Okay, if he might not be. So I just wanted. All I was trying to do was just warn.
I ain't like how you came with that. You know that's my boy, and then you kind of like I ain't like how I stick with my partner now. I ain't like how you did that.
You can stick by him at the unemployment line.
I just didn't like how unemployed. He paid. Kids $1 million some dollars he paid.
Okay.
I just didn't like how I ain't gonna let the disrespect.
That's fair. Listen, I respect the loyalty. I just had to tell the people what it was.
It's just Norfolk State versus FAMU is what it is.
Which is Odom's versus Willie if he's there.
We'll take that, right?
If he's there.
No, okay. See, look at it.
I'm just saying if he's there.
A nigga just can't do right, bro. I'm just talking about. Don't do my boy Odom's like that, right?
Okay. I mean, I just need him to win.
Don't disrespect. We good.
I'm just saying I wish he just win more than 3 games. North Carolina,
my dark horse,
and it's still dark. Okay, it is, and it's still dark. You are the only person on that horse. You're the only person at the stable. You're the only person even thinking about that horse. All right, North Carolina. We'll see. We shall see. North Carolina Central versus Southern. I mean, that just is what it is. I don't think that game is going to be as good because you're losing. Davius Richard. So I don't think that game's gonna be that good. You know what I'm saying? So
see the backstory to it though. Trey Oliver used to coach at Southern.
Fair.
Trey Oliver now at North Carolina Central. Southern, it has some backstories to it. Come on now, don't skip over it.
That's what you here for, Perry. You here for that. That's what you here for.
Well, I had to take up for Odoms in that one because that's my Southern guy. So now we come down against North Carolina Central. I like that matchup. Trey Oliver, though, is a real cool dude, man. I like Trey Oliver, man. And it's something about that guy that when he was at Southern, man, it was any time I could walk into the office and have a conversation with him, man. Oh, the 2026. Well, let's get there then. I'll tell you one thing. Don't look to go tailgate in the parking lot. I know that for damn sure.
You gotta say ninja. All right, you gotta say ninja. There's some stingy ninjas. You gotta say ninja.
Oh, somebody said something to you about it?
Yeah.
They didn't like that?
You gotta say ninjas.
They didn't like that?
You gotta say ninja.
Tell me, did they not like that?
They didn't like it.
Well, change our ways. Become better. Football etiquette when we tailgate. Hey, Scotty, tell them don't be saying stingy niggas no more. All right. We some stingy ninjas, but we ain't no stingy niggas. All right, Scotty.
Oh, man.
All right, my bad. Stingy ninjas between Howard and Alabama A&M. No tailgate.
Call it the bougie bowl.
I don't even know if it's bougie. It's just stingy.
Oh man, yeah, you ain't getting there. You won't see no smoke in the air. Hey, there won't be no smoke in the air. It's gonna be some Cheez-Its. It's gonna be some charcuterie boards. Charcuterie boards, what they call? Charcuterie board. I can never say. Somebody said the stingy bowl.
I told. How about a bunch of Lunchables at that? I don't like that one at all.
Man.
I can't believe they didn't like being called that, huh?
Yeah, they said
I get it.
Yeah, they said
switch. Was it the AD? Was it the AD?
No, it was it wasn't the AD. It was
I'm digging now, huh? I'm digging now. Who said something?
It was an alum. It was an alum. It was an alum. They was like, hey man.
Like that?
They said no N-word. They said no N-word.
Say nigga?
They said, can you call us stingy ninjas? That's what they said. That's what they said.
They still gonna say they stingy.
They said we gonna say ninjas. They just said ninjas. Charcuterie? That's how you heard it? Charcuterie? That's how you, yeah.
Yeah, I don't eat it, but I guess well, look. You eat charcuterie?
That boy said Stella Rosa and Velveeta Bowl. Boy, y'all stupid. Oh man, charcuterie. Man, I'm not about
You eat charcuterie?
I don't even know.
Charcuterie.
I listen.
Is that what they said on there? Charcuterie? Why would you put that on the screen? You know damn well, Scotty, that ain't right.
I'm just asking. I didn't know how. I thought they was giving you like an easy way to say it. You know what I'm saying?
You be putting yourself in situations, bro. Stop doing it.
I thought they were helping me out trying to figure out an easy way to say it. Like, hey, if you say it like this, then you will say it right. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's the Lunchable Bowl right there. That Howard and Alabama A&M. Since I can't say stingy ninjas is what it is, and the fact that they accepted that, they didn't tell you, Scotty, we not that. Just call us stingy ninjas.
Just ninjas, yeah. Just call us stingy ninjas.
I can't believe they owned up to that. See, that lets you know they know that.
Is it?
I ain't watching it.
Oh man, I mean, you know,
Jay Walker should have a field day for that game.
Oh God! Oh my God! Oh,
the Howard Bison. You know,
Bison is not Bison.
The Bison. What is it? The Bison. Bison.
Stingy.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
That's what they said.
They felt some type of way.
They said, man,
that is your fault. You should have never told me how it go down.
Oh, how? Whoa!
You hyped me up.
No,
you hyped me up.
Oh, bro. Now you gonna blame me?
You hyped me. I ain't never even been to Huntsville. That's the one school in the SWAC I don't even know how they get down. Because I don't ever see them in Baton Rouge. I ain't seen them. You know what? I went to when they won the SWAC championship in 21 in Jackson. I don't know what the hell they was doing. I saw the band and a few fans. You know, it was cool, but I don't know how they get down there.
I don't appreciate you trying to. I don't appreciate you throwing me under the bus like that.
I didn't throw you under the bus. Let's go back and watch the show. We were talking about homecomings. You said we was walking around.
We didn't get
no. And then what I said that sound like something, right? That sound like some stingy niggas, right? And then I guess they got in their feelings, and that's okay.
Like I said, I don't appreciate you throwing me under the bus like that. You still came up with the slogan by yourself. I didn't help you come up with that. That's all you. I was just telling you my experience.
I appreciate the help. Thank you. You helped me out. Thank you. I can't get that out of my head now. When I look at A&M from now on, that's what I see. Like I just cannot get that. When I say A&M stingy niggas, like it's just in my head. I can't get that out, Scotty. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. Yeah.
You ain't got to say it. I can say it, okay? Because I ain't worried about nobody from A&M. They don't go nowhere anyway. So Huntsville a long ass way from Baton Rouge. So pull up.
What
they say?
You said, Oscar, you need to create a T-shirt. Stingy
Yeah, go. Come on. Oh, you like
Stingy Ninja Society. Stingy Ninja Society. All right. I see the callers. I'm gonna get to you guys in a little bit. All right. Now me and Perry, we got a little thing going on.
What we got going on?
Battle of the Picks. All right. So
let's do it. What we picking?
You like the photo I found, Perry?
I was in Chicago in that picture right there in an elevator. I remember that picture.
Yeah. Got the Where's Waldo shirt on. I feel you.
Yeah. Long hair don't care, baby.
Yeah, I feel you. So
you trying to flame me up a little bit? I hear you.
Somebody said Perry looking like 2005 on that pick. Oh man. So we got a battle of the picks. So this year, me and P, You know what I'm saying? We gonna be battling out on the picks of who wins, and overall, I don't know what it should be something to the loser does. We'll figure that out if you lose the battle of the picks. So every week, me and Perry gonna pick some winners. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are smart enough to ascertain what happens. You either pick the right game or you don't. All right.
I don't know if they that smart because they trying to get on me right quick. I don't know if they that smart. Yeah. I don't know.
Somebody said that Jason Box.
What you dying laughing for? You won't even put your real picture up.
That's me.
You got an animated picture.
That's me though.
Where yours at?
That's me though.
Take that animated picture off there and put you up there. Come
That's
on now.
Logo. And you always send me bad pictures anyway. I had to. Somebody said Black Planet. I had to find this. I had to find this off the internet, man.
They don't even realize, man. That picture wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna let the chat be cool. Y'all got it tonight. I ain't show up to be ignorant tonight. All right. I've been real subtle tonight. They want me to be a nigga though. I know. What was on 40-Year-Old Virgin? Oh, you want a nigga? Huh? You nigga here now. All right. That's what they want. That's what they want.
Oh man. Oh no. See, no. He don't need no help.
No, he don't.
He don't need no help.
Yeah.
Oh man. So let's get to this week 0 review. And before I get into this week 0 review, I would usually have some theme music. I just was rushing today, but I wanted to give it the road to 0-4. Yes, sir.
The road to puss.
Oh, that's Pothole State University.
I don't know where we going to get some puss at. The road to puss. I wasn't ready for that one. I'm like, what journey we going on, Scotty? I mean, thought you was married, brother. All right. All right. I get it now. I got it.
Thank you. It's Pothole State University. That's the new logo. God almighty.
That's my fault. That's all on me. I'm sorry, Miss Script. I wasn't trying to take him nowhere. I don't want to get him in trouble.
Oh my the road to God. Nah,
hey, look, I thought that one you can't unsee it now, can you?
I can't. I can't. I'm like, dang. Jesus Christ. All right. Anyway, here we go. React Swag Challenge. You see
on that man chest.
Oh Lordy.
Yeah. My name starts with a P.
Got the missus is here.
Look.
Happy Monday.
Hello.
Hey.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Comment ça va?
I'm just fine. Just want to make sure we straight. Rocky, all y'all, that's Pothole State. The only puss this man gonna be getting is not on the screen.
And look at him run. Y'all wait now, cover that up. This nasty. This ain't that's for OnlyFans. That's what y'all need to go start.
This is off script.
Thank you.
This outspoken, man. Come on, man. We can't be doing that tonight. Like, look,
off script.
He rubbing ass and you sitting there smiling. Like, I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know whether to turn my head. I don't know what to do right now. Y'all making me uncomfortable.
You want to give the people a show?
Oh, this how we doing it?
I'm just saying, Perry. I wanted to meet you where you were. I know the chat was flaming you with the driver's license.
They got me.
Okay. Well, don't bring that over here. Okay. Don't. Okay.
I just thought that was the road to push.
I want to make sure if you need help, brother, I'm here to help you out. Okay.
I'm okay.
All right. I like the stream now. Okay.
And I apologize. I did not want, me and Scotty ain't going nowhere to get no puss. All right. I go by myself. I don't want Scotty ain't with me. All right.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
He with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
Yeah. Y'all like that stream now?
I think they like it now. Scotty rubbing and slapping that. Yeah, this should be for the paid membership, Scotty. You can't be giving that. Yeah, you can't be just showing that like that, bro. Come on now.
Oh man, yeah. It's going down later. Anyway.
Boy, I tell you, boy.
We married. Okay, we married. You know what I'm saying? We not shacking over here no more. It's married. We married.
I got you.
We
I was married now.
I was married now. Okay.
She popped out. I said something about some puss. Like, no,
we're not doing that.
Yeah, my bad. I thought that's where we was going though. That's what it looked like to me. So I apologize. Yeah.
Oh man. But anyway, you see, got the P's on. This is gonna mess up the whole visual for you.
It's over with now, ain't it?
Oh, visual. All right, Powell State BX Swag Challenge. All right, the game within the game. Let me take my banner down so y'all can see what we're doing. The game within the game, right?
I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even know who these two people are. Who are they, Scotty?
Kevin. These are both offensive coordinators. You got Kevin McGuirk from South Carolina State, and you got Maurice McGuirk. That's his name, McGuirk. All right. So you got him. You got Maurice Harris, the battle of OCs. McGuirk, and you know, he's a former South Carolina State OC. He was there from 2008 to 2012 when they had Malcolm Long, no homo, right? And then you got Maurice Harris.
I ain't gonna go to where I was gonna go. I'm sorry. Go ahead. There's a lot going on right now.
It's a lot, okay. And then you got Maurice Harris from Powell State, former coach with Liberty University with Hugh Freeze. Who you rolling with, P?
I don't even know because I don't know who they are. I don't know what the hell going on. South Carolina State offensively never been known for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have to go with the guy from what is that university? What we call them? Puss State.
Well, you can say Liberty right here, but I say Powell State. You can call them Jackson. I don't care.
Can I call them Puss State? Can I give them that?
You can call them Puss State. Go ahead. It's supposed to be PS. It's supposed to be PSU, just like it was JSU. You don't say just. You don't say just, right? If it was a J right there, you wouldn't say just.
I just got one of them minds where I just, is immature. I'm gonna go with the dude from Liberty just because South Carolina State never been known for no offense, bro. But I'm gonna go with Puss State. That's my new name. You call them Powell, they Puss State to me now. It's over with. They cats, ain't they?
They are. That's a good one.
All right.
I like how you flip that. I like how you flip that. That's smooth.
Puss State. I'm going with Puss State.
Now, for me, I think there's a lot of variables in here, right? Kevin McGuirk being a former OC with Coach Buddy Pugh, he knows what he's getting. Maurice Harris, people want to give him a lot of credit for being underneath Auburn. The head coach of Auburn now, which is Hugh Freeze.
Yeah.
But from what I was told from other coaches, he didn't call the plays. It was Hugh Freeze's offense, and he was a part of coordinating the plays and stuff like that, but he never called the plays. So I don't know how much credit you can give a guy like this that did not call plays. So for me in this one, I'll give it a push. And the reason I give it a push is because of the level of what Maurice was doing at Liberty and the success he had with Malik Willis. And I do believe Kevin McGuirk's camaraderie with Buddy Pugh does help, right? So I'm gonna give it a push on this one. I'm just curious to see what is going
No, pick one, man.
It'll be Kevin McGuirk. I'll pick Kevin.
South Carolina State's offense to have a better game than Jackson State's offense.
Yes, I do believe, because one, they have a signal caller that I believe he knows what to do with him. I think they have a better running back room than Powell State. I don't know much about the receivers, so I'll have to give that one to Powell State. but I do believe Kevin McGurk is going to use his weapons a lot better than Maurice Harris is. And I think the quarterback situation plays as well. Word on the street is that Jason Brown is going to be the starter. So I gotta take Corey Fields over Jason Brown because of just the simple fact he won the Celebration Bowl against a better Powell State team. Yeah, he had Shaq Davis, but I mean, Jesus.
I just think South Carolina State is going to lean more. You should have showed me defensive coordinators. I think if the game is going to be won for South Carolina,
come on, man, I'll do this.
Well, look, I just say what look. I helped you. I just threw that into it. There you go. I threw us right into it. I think if the game is going to be won, it's going to come down to these two guys, not them other two guys.
Okay.
That offense, I don't think is not going to be a thing. South Carolina State traditionally, they show up to play defensively.
Yeah.
Jackson State last year showed up to play defensively. Yeah. I think if with a new quarterback, when you look at the inexperience across the board, I think South Carolina State can get them a tough time. And if Thomas Howard, you didn't put them other guys' name, but I thank you because you got these guys' name up. I think Thomas Howard could have some success. Jonathan Bradley, we got to figure out who he is with this Puss State University team. You know, we don't know who they are. We still got to figure them out. But I know Buddy Pugh, that's who I do know. Yeah. And I know no matter who's the D coordinator, he's been there long enough, they going to show up to play defense and cause your offense to have a day to struggle, especially inexperience at a quarterback position. And even when they had experience at the quarterback, it still made it a tough day for Puss State University.
Thomas Howard, if anybody doesn't know, he was part of the A&T staff with Sam Washington and then the staff before him as well. I believe who was there before Sam Washington, Perry?
Rod Broadway.
So he was there with Broadway and Sam Washington. So he came through those two eras. So now he's taking over at South Carolina State as a defensive coordinator. Jonathan Bradley, first time DC as well, was the D-line coach at Alcorn. So this is the battle of the first years, right? But I think where Thomas comes into play is he has Buddy Pugh in his back pocket. And Buddy Pugh is a defensive-minded guy. Buddy Pugh is used to having some top 10 defenses in all of FCS. You've seen that as well. You've seen the players get drafted defensively from South Carolina State. So there is a pedigree that South Carolina State has and will continue to have. I agree with you. You don't know who Jonathan Bradley is because talking to G from Swacking the Fool, he said he didn't have much. Oh, he was a DC at UAPB. Thanks, G. Appreciate that. So not a first year guy. I apologize, guys. But talking to G at
and that ain't much to brag about.
Yeah. So talking to G, you know, he said he didn't have really much say so in the defense. That defense is Cedric Thornton. That you know what I'm saying. So I'm curious to see
Cedric Thomas.
I'm sorry, Cedric Thomas. Thank you. I am all off. Cedric Thomas. So I'm curious to see what it looks like. Because we know what Cedric Thomas is bringing. He blitzing. He's bringing the house. He's bringing four. He's pressuring. He's getting after you. Is that Jonathan Bradley style? You know what I'm saying? Oh wow. G said he was the DC when we came back on UAPB. That says all you need to know right there. Because that man did not get out of cover zero for no reason. And I'm like, bro, you're up 24 to whatever. Why are you still in cover zero?
Felix Harper had a field day.
That says all you need to say right there. Congratulations, Powell State. This is what you're working with. Hopefully he learned from that decision. But God, of course, a Powell State fan, one game doesn't define him, though. It defined the whole season for UAPB. Think about that. You talk about one game don't define a coach, but that defined UAPB season. Think about that. They just came off of being in the SWAC championship in that spring season, had a lot of aspirations to run it back. You're up big on Alcorn, and you lose that game, and it was nothing but downhill from there.
2.14 cents in conference play.
Man, stop it.
So I think when you look at this game, for me, this is where it's going to be won, and not offensively. Both teams, I think, going to struggle. I don't care about South Carolina State quarterback returning. I just think when I know Buddy Pugh and his teams, Buddy Pugh don't put a lot into offense. He's going to run the ball and he's going to try to nickel and dime you up the field. But regardless if they score or not, his defense are staying tall. His defense will put them probably in short yard positions to get points, not having to drive a length of the field. And I just think for me, that'll be the turning point. I can never go against a Buddy Pugh defense because I know they're going to always be ready to play. It's a Buddy Pugh offense that I know that's typically not ready to play.
We shall see. I think Kevin McGuire gives you a lot of balance in the sense of that. It says, so wait, was he not the D-line coach? Yeah, he was the D-line coach. He wasn't the defensive coordinator. It's a listen, let me help you guys. He was demoted, just like T.C. Taylor was at Ohio State, where he was the OC, got demoted. You remember that? That's called a demotion. Demotion, not promotion, demotion. Demoted. So let me just help you with that. All right, that's what demoted looks like. That's what demoted sounds like. All right. Last but not least, our expectations. What are your expectations for this game, Barry?
I'm expecting to see South Carolina State's defense be dominant like we've seen before, especially against SWAC teams. Traditionally, when you look at South Carolina State against SWAC teams, they have traditionally played great enough defense to win the games. My expectation, it's hard to have an expectation for Pitt State right now because I don't know what to expect. I don't even know what's coming from them. You know, and I'm sitting back like everybody else. I'm waiting on the package to be unraveled and revealed. So for me, it's hard to have an expectation, but I guess if there is an expectation, can they keep up? Can they be prime time without prime time? Like that?
I like that.
Can they be prime time without prime time? That's the only thing that I can think of with them because this is a prime time game. All eyes is going to be on them. Can they maintain that certain level of national audience-driven excitement that they've had for the past 2 years now that all the primetime excitement is out the window? But South Carolina State, I know what to expect, and that is a defense. And so I expect, in terms of expectations for the game, I expect South Carolina State to come out and play tough, play good defense, and to, if anything, it's going to be a boring game. It's not going to be exciting. It's not going to be high flying. I think turnovers are going to be heavy in this game. And I think South Carolina State's defense will probably put their offense, who may not be that good, but put them in positions where they may not have to drive long lengths down the field, but short yard, short field position in order to get into the field goal. I think you'll see a lot of field goals in these games as well, for me personally.
And listen, if you're seeing a lot of field goals, that means you might see a lot of misses as well. We already know what SWAC kicking looks like. My thing is this, and I want to go back to what Maurice said. And if you guys hear an echo, it's because my man Perry took his headphones out. Jason Brown is a way better quarterback than Corey Fields. Talent, listen, let me be very clear when people say this. There's talent and then there's scheme. Somebody can be more talented than an individual, but they don't fit the scheme of said team. So, yes, I agree with you. Jason Brown is more talented than Corey Fields at the QB position, but that does not mean he's a better fit offensively for his scheme. Corey Fields could be a great fit for what they do at South Carolina State, which will make him look better than Jason Brown. So I just want to make that very clear. So I'm not saying Corey Fields is a better quarterback, but he might be a better fit for his team. Now, my expectations is I'm totally in agreement with Pew on Perry. I think this is going to be a defensive game. Anybody knows defense always comes first when the season starts because it's just see ball, go get ball. Offense takes time. It takes timing. It takes chemistry. It takes gelling. It takes a lot of time for offenses to click, right? So you're going to see defenses come out fast, quick, and impose themselves. What you cannot have from either team is short fields for said team. So you start the field on your 20, and you're punting, and now your punt goes to the 45 or 50, and now the team is back on the short field. Those are the situations you can't have. turnovers in short fields and things like that. So in this situation, both teams need to play the long game. You got to make every team earn everything, right? So every point they get, every yard they get, it has to be earned. So I'm excited. I think games like this make football great. I wouldn't be surprised if it's 17-21, 14-17, something like that in regards to a game like this. And if you go back and watch a lot of MEAC challenges, they're usually under 30 points. A lot of them are under 30 points. So I wouldn't be surprised. But Perry, it's your time. I'm making my pick with my boy Mike on the breakdown on Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm going to make my pick with my boy Mike. But Perry, my pick is going to count for today. But who you got? And give me a score.
Because I don't know what to expect from Jackson State, I'm going to go South Carolina State. I think the MEAC traditionally has showed that they can get the W. I think Buddy Pugh just knows the game better than TC Taylor. I know TC Taylor said he has the talent. I know TC Taylor has said he's done everything that nobody knows. Between him and Mike Reed, they know, right? But nobody else knows, right? What?
They know, though. They know. Everybody don't know but them.
I don't know. So for me, I'm going to go with South Carolina State. Buddy Pugh is just a tough guy to coach against when you know he's going to have his defense prepared. And defense wins championships. And I don't know what to expect from an inexperience across the board from Pitt State University. So I don't know what they're going to give. We're going to all learn that today. Learn that Saturday together. Is the game Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday. No, Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday. It's Saturday.
We're going to learn it together, but I just think the defense is what's going to be big. I'm not looking for any offense in this game. I think it'll be a defensive game. I think you will see the inexperience really show itself of what Jackson State has. I think for South Carolina State, you're going to see that when it comes to skill position players, when it comes to high-octane offense, for me, they don't have it. And I'll go with a score of 21-17 in that ball game. South Carolina State.
I like it. 21-17, Perry. Call lines are open, 518-263-8124, 518-263-8124. Maybe you missed the Celebration Bowl, Mike. Maybe you missed the Celebration Bowl where you came in with the hottest defense and James Houston didn't sniff Corey Fields. If I recall, that score was 31-10. I'm confused, but, don't give him no.
Mike Reed don't go to games, so I don't even know how he would know.
That's fair. He don't.
He just be yelling shit. He don't go to games. He don't be knowing stats. He don't be knowing scores. He just know ordering chicken. That's all Mike Reed know. And he the type, when they put in that order, y'all want to put in that 50 piece, he never show up to pick it up. That's him. So, yeah, he wouldn't know.
Let's go. But they know, though. Coach Green, coming to you.
What up, guys? Okay, my pick. 17. I'm going 17-14, pushing peas.
Pushing peas.
That's Pitt State.
Hey, now, let me get to this MEAC SWAC challenge since everybody like to talk history. Everybody want to bring up history, but they don't want to mention Southern in their history. Because as I recall, we're pretty much undefeated in MEAC SWAC challenge.
And y'all not playing. Who cares?
Hey, all I'm just saying, you brought up history. You brought it up now.
Okay.
You talk about what happened.
You're part of.
Yes, Scotty. Hold on, Scotty. The man got a point.
You're part of the 6 wins that I brought up.
The man got a point, Scotty.
I'm just saying. I brought up the 6 wins. You're a part of the 6 wins. Did I not bring that up?
But when you speak of SWAC, there's Southern, then the SWAC.
Okay. When we speak in scoreless, it's y'all and then everybody else.
Hey, Perry. Hey, Perry, and then I'm out after this. There's another history lesson that they always forget. There was a Heritage Bowl before Celebration Bowl. You know what that record is when it comes to Southern, and I'm out.
Hold on, Scotty. Wait, the man, he was telling the truth. I mean, you can't hate on the truth, Scotty.
He over here talking about some ABA league. Oh, yeah, you know we had the Heritage Bowl.
Man, we just saying, Scotty, like chill, bro, chill.
I'm just saying. When's the last time y'all been to the Celebration Bowl? Have y'all ever been?
We're talking about the SWAC and the MEAC overall.
What's y'all record there?
Who you going for? None of them teams you ever like made it to the Celebration Bowl. Texas Southern, FAMU, Alabama A&M, have they been? I ain't forgot. Come on, man, don't do me like that.
That's fair.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I feel you.
All right, we back cool now.
We
straight.
That's fair. Okay. That's how my daughter be when we go back and forth. She be like, okay, I got you. So you got me.
I'll make sure we good.
Andrew coming for everything this year. I ain't gonna. Yeah, y'all already know what it is. We ain't talking.
You don't even believe that.
I do believe that. That's why I said it. Man. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I'm first of all, let me just say this. I'm excited for football to be back. Okay, I'm just excited to be football back.
Yeah, come on, round of applause with me, Scotty. Yo, football. Damn, man, we've been talking about a bunch of crazy stuff. It's good to just talk some stats and some wins and losses.
I'm loving it. So we don't got no more call lines. Before
are they over with tonight?
Nobody called in. So, but let me say this. So I'm gonna keep making this announcement. I'm going to do. We got a caller. I'm going to do a pick'em. All right, for my members. I'm going to do a pick'em for you. Right. I'm going to have it up. I'm gonna try to have it up by Thursday on the website. It's offscript.com if you're a member of the channel. Right. So what's going to be like? It's going to be 10 questions. It's going to be like, who's going to win the coin toss? Who's going to score the first touchdown? That type of situation. All right.
FanDuel or something?
A little mini FanDuel going on here. If you get all the questions right, it's $50. If not, we're just going to keep rolling it over to the next week. All right. So it's going to keep rolling over. That's for my members. All right. So make sure you guys go to the website. Keep checking it. It's going to be a password. Okay. It's going to be password protected. I'm going to post the password in the members group. Go to the website, log in, do your thing, apply, and have fun. We're going to have fun. All right. 4802 coming to you.
Hey, what's going on, Scott? I'm calling from Huntsville.
What's up, sir? Talk to me.
Yeah, all right. I got two things I want to say before I talk about the game. I just want to give Perry his flowers, man. It's really entertaining with you on the show. So I just want to let you know that I really appreciate you being on the show.
Appreciate you. Thank you. I really do.
And two, Scotty, it's another platform for what you and Key trying to do. Y'all can take that somewhere else. You ain't got to do it in front of us.
How you gonna tell me how to run my platform? You know what I'm saying? Hey, come over here and sit on my lap. Now I'm about to make her sit on my lap for the rest of the show.
Are you finna be on this one?
Oh yeah, we gonna be cuddling right here on this seat right here.
Are you getting your Mr. Campbell? That's how Mr. Campbell talk. That's how Mr.
It's all right, sir. Sir hating on me though. It's all right, sir.
Three. I really want Jackson State to win this game. You know, we gotta get some more wings in the SWAC column. But if they don't, I say all 9 schools band together. We go to Birmingham. We go in the SWAC office and we ban all Mississippi schools from going back to the city of Atlanta for good. Never again.
I like that.
And that's all I got to say.
I like that, sir. Appreciate you.
Because you don't want the Mississippi schools to go to Atlanta?
Why? They suck. Listen, G been in this chat for a long time. They done lost a whole lot of celebration bowls in Atlanta.
Call in, G. Where you at?
Then they came back, right? And then they tried to do the MEAC and SWAC challenge. They lost that too. Come on, man.
Where you at, G? Hold on, because I need to hear from them big bad Braves. It's been quiet. Man. I ain't heard nothing from a Brave. Where the hell they been in the bushes? The hell they been at? I mean, damn.
Listen, all I'm saying is Atlanta and Mississippi don't go together. Because we know Valley ain't going. So they can just be in their own. They ain't going.
I I just want to hear one person call and just say something about Alcorn. I expect G to do it, but I haven't heard anything from Alcorn. I don't know where they've been.
They quiet.
I've never heard them this quiet.
They quiet. They quiet because they don't know.
Grambling, I ain't heard nothing from Grambling. Where they at?
He said, I ain't never go. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Coach, this Coach Green again. Lord have mercy.
Come on, Coach Green. You know he got something for you.
What's up, Coach Green?
Hey, man. I just want to know, bro. Is you going to start putting this show as PG-13?
I mean, listen. Aren't you over 13? Most of our viewers are over 13.
We got kids be watching now. We got kids be watching you now. So, you got to put out a warning, PG-13.
Nah.
Every time a wife come on, PG-13.
Listen, man. They know how they got here. Your kids know how they got here. Come on, man. Stop playing. They see more on TikTok and Twitter than on my platform. If you watching Ice Spice, if your kids know who Ice Spice is, don't talk to me about some PG-13. I'm gonna just leave it like that.
Hey, and then my last question for you. Are you finally gonna come to outside and start cheering for SU? Because you've been teasing, you've been wanting to do it.
No.
So will you finally just come to outside? You know you want to be down.
Why would I want to be part of a school that gets goose egged? That's not.
Wait. Let's slow down here. Maybe wait. Let's slow down.
Who wants to be a part of that?
I don't know what y'all talking. Wait, slow down here. What's going on here?
He said, "Why don't I go to the southern side?" I'm like, "Why would I go to a team that gets goose?"
But just slow down. Wait.
He been wanting to come, but he been trying to stay away. But he been wanting to come.
What the hell is going on here? I looked up and looked down, and what we doing? Why are we slandering? What's going on here?
He been wanting to be a Southern. He been wanting to be a Southern fan for a while. So, he been like tiptoed on the fence.
No, that's scoreless. Listen, Mike did something with that scoreless U. That is genius because it means SU and it's scoreless. That's genius. I gotta give all praises to Mike.
Look here.
That was genius. That was absolutely genius.
They can have their fun. Mike can have his fun until we play.
I don't understand how this show every week turns into Southern versus Push State. I don't get it. Is there no other schools out there? Does anybody else not have anything else to say? Or is it literally just Southern and Push State?
Mike want to talk about the pushing peas. I don't know why you want to talk about the pushing peas.
Listen, man. I don't. You do it to yourself, Coach Green. You call in, you bring up Southern when nobody's talking about them, and then we like, yo, like you got goose twice.
What the hell, Scotty? Just stop, bro.
Come on, man.
Be cool, Scotty.
Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Come on, man. Hold on.
What you doing, Scotty? Stop, bro. Damn, and I ain't said nothing about Southern all show, right? I haven't said nothing about Southern all show.
You know what's in my Gucci bag?
What's in your Gucci bag, man?
Like your scoreboard. Nothing is in this bag. Just like you score points.
Oh.
Nada. Zero. Zada.
I got. All right, let's move on from that.
That's what's in my Gucci bag.
That was a long time ago. We'll move on from that.
Nothing.
Now, I want to get to the Shedeur situation. Where you're talking about you want to see him in when the game not going his way, basically. And you have saw them games. You saw games like that happened when Alcorn was one, and he performed pretty well. Even though he lost the Celebration Bowl, he made some big throws in that game to put him back in that game, even put it in overtime. So you got to give him that, bro.
Okay.
On the adversary.
But when you average something, listen, I don't know if you know how averages work, right? Like if you average something, that's not just 2 games, it's for the season. And he did his average over the past 2 seasons. of him dinking and dunking. I'm not saying he can't make throws. I think Shador has an Aaron Rodgers vibe to him that when you need a play to be made, he'll make a play. All I'm saying is Bama be dinking and dunking, and he don't really be doing nothing special. That's just my personal opinion.
But I just the problem with that situation was that guy you was talking to on Twitter. He was going a little bit. It was going a little bit out the box, man. He was reaching a lot, man, because can't compare. Well, with Florida, oh god damn it! Here we go. This show is now PG-13 for all kids that's watching. So please close your eyes. Parents, make them go to bed. Thank you very much.
Coach Green, how are you, sir? Long time.
Hey, Miss Script.
Hey, Mrs. Script.
Get it right.
You're right. You're right. You are exactly right.
Right.
Mrs. Script.
And you were talking about Black History, right?
Hey, Scotty, you can take that off the screen too. I ask, please. Can you take that off the screen? I mean, it's been up a little longer than you normally keep it off the screen.
Yeah, we're talking about Scotty. What are you doing?
So
I don't know if I should like put my screen on black or what. I don't know.
no, don't put your screen on black. You don't want the kids to see black love in a healthy manner. Genuine black love.
I don't mind. I don't mind the black love.
Are you sure?
But
I don't know where the hell we going. Like, what's going on? Like, he talking to her, she talking to him. You rubbing. I'm just sitting here like the third wheel. Like, I don't know.
That's why I can't get my words out. I'm like confused.
With my
swim or what?
Well,
Should I turn away?
Invited. So I'm gonna sit here, Coach Green. If you have something to say to Mrs. Script, I'll be here to talk to you. But go ahead, carry on as normal. Football talk.
All right, back to football talk. Let's see if I can get there. Now, what we was talking about?
You done made her forget what the hell you was talking about.
Headache hour over.
Okay.
Thank you. Get Rocky on.
Rocky.
Yeah. What's up, Rocky?
Hung up on you.
Hey, my call is gonna go fine because I know how not to look into the light while when the sun is shining bright, you don't look directly into it. You turn away. That way you can, have some form of vision. Otherwise, you'll be completely blinded by looking directly into the sun. So I'm gonna stay with the sports. I'm gonna see how well you can concentrate, Scotty, while being potentially distracted.
I'm good.
All right, man. But nah, this is what I was gonna bring up the deal. Nobody knows what Shador is on that next level. We all speculate, right? We have no idea what he is, right? Because he went in every game that he ever played, having the most talented team, the best wide receiving core, and the best defense. We don't know if he can actually carry a team or even better yet, carry an offense.
That's fair.
I hope he does well. I hope he's everything that his daddy thinks he is, right? But one thing we do know, if he plays USC, Oregon, and Utah will find out what he really is. There will be no doubt what he is after those games.
Absolutely.
Maybe even TCU to a large degree. With it being his first game, I'll even give him an adjustment period at TCU. But by the time he played those three schools I named, everybody will know what he is. And at the end of the day, there's a reason why, you can say what you want to. I know y'all gonna mention all those players that went to lower level programs and all this kind of stuff. But at the end of the day, it wasn't like when Shador was in high school, nobody knew who he was. It wasn't like he wasn't highly scouted. Everybody had a chance to see tape, watch what he did in high school. He was very visible, and there are a lot of top-notch schools that passed on him, and there was a reason why. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a Division I coach. I don't know what traits to look for the quarterback. But it wasn't like he was hid or an unknown commodity. They knew what he was. They had watched him play, and there's a reason why they passed on him. I hope he turns out to be the greatest quarterback to ever live, right? But I'm also realistic to understand that he was the best quarterback in the SWAC, and that's like being the tallest midget.
Hey, appreciate the call, Rocky. Let me ask you this, Perry, and we'll close on this if somebody calls in for the MEAC or whatever. Is it more important for Shedeur to get wins over stats or stats over wins?
Hold on. Repeat that. Say that one more time.
Which one is more important to you when it comes to Shedeur in Colorado? Is it wins over stats, or if he had stats and they still lose?
The wins over the stats. I mean, the stats mean it's about him. And if he going to make it about him, you'll lose the team because you're too busy trying to make sure you in the spotlight. I think what Colorado needs most right now are the wins. You got to boost the morale. I mean, the fans are selling out the game. So obviously there's an excitement, right? They're selling merch. Obviously there's an excitement, right? They're watching all of the YouTube videos every time they release one in terms of what's going on behind the scenes, right? There's an excitement. Coach Deion Sanders has coaches all over the place and broadcasters saying things about him, turning over that roster, bringing in all of these new people and saying that, this is the way it's got to be. So I believe when you look at that overall, it's about the wins more than the stats. You don't have to have no pretty stats, but Sean McCray, and you still get a W looking at the Bayou Classic. You don't need the stats, just get the W. I'm making a point here. I hope that point was very well made, but it's just clear as that you got to get the W over the stats. No way Shedeur has to focus on the stats. If he focuses on the stats, they'll lose a lot of games because he'll be forcing and trying instead of just doing what he needs to do to win.
That's fair. Let me get my boy Dave. What's up, Dave? Talk to me.
To talk about what y'all talk about regarding Shedeur, it's the stats before the wins. Because Deion wants his son in the league. But that's what he needs the numbers for. And Colorado ain't gonna win that many games this year anyway. So you ain't got to worry about all that. It's gonna be the stats before the wins. Remember why the decision was made. He wants his son to get into the league. That's the ultimate. And that's what the numbers are gonna get him there. Because they'll give him the benefit of the doubt. This team's not that good, and that team might not be that good this year. So, because if they win 4 wins, that's a successful season for them. They get 4 games. That's a successful season for Colorado.
I agree.
So, yeah. So, from that standpoint, they want a winner, but, everybody's not going to be Tom Brady, bro. That's just the reality of it. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks who didn't have winning seasons with their teams, but statistically, that's what got them into the league because they saw certain things on film. So people are talking about the fact that Shedeur doesn't have a good average when it comes to how far he throws the ball to folks that they can dunk off it. He has a chance to fix that now. Well, at least hope his dad sees that. But we'll see.
We shall.
But Deion's not just a winner. Deion's a hell of a player. He might be the best quarterback I've ever seen in my life. I'm looking at the tattoo, so. But, it's a different perspective when it comes to that.
Yeah, I have to disagree. I mean, you chasing stats for what? You in a program that is not winning. So if you're going to win in the stat column, but you still losing?
It's about what it shows in the league, man, because there's a lot of players that get drafted that aren't on good teams.
Shedeur Sanders is not, to me, going to be an NFL caliber quarterback.
I disagree.
Shedeur Sanders is going to probably be on somebody's coaching staff at some point. I don't see Shedeur Sanders being an NFL, especially. Well, you think he could be a starting quarterback in the NFL?
I do.
Ain't no knock on the brother. Me personally, I just don't see it.
For me, this was my thing. If he continued his trajectory, what he was doing in the SWAC, the highest is maybe a 5th round pick, 6th to 5th round pick. If he does exactly what he did in the SWAC and just brings it down a little bit, so maybe 35, 7 picks or something like that, he's a 3rd round pick easily. Eyes closed, he's a 3rd round pick.
Yep. because of the conference.
Because of the conference.
I know y'all don't like getting into those conversations, but
That's the only difference. If he does what he does, because he won't have the crazy stats or whatever, but I can see him doing 35-10 or 30-10, right? 3,000 yards or something like that. That's not bad in the Pac-12 with a bad team. That's a third round pick. It's no way you can avoid him getting the third or fourth round pick. And then he's going to get invited to the Senior Bowl just off of his name alone.
I'm just saying, I just don't see him being an NFL starting quarterback. And that's me personally. We can go back years from now, look back at it. And if it's true, which I would like for him to be successful, I'm not here never knocking any guy. You can come back and laugh and point and say, Perry, you sounded dumb as hell. But right now, me personally, I don't see it. You know, I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. There's a ton of good quarterbacks that we've seen, right? But I think him getting to the league, will it be off the strength of his father and people knowing the people that he's associated with? I mean, you can't knock it when you're going out having a chance to throw the ball around with Tom Brady and having a chance to throw the ball with Peyton Manning. I mean, to the average person who never gets that ability and opportunity to do that, that sounds good. But for me, outside of that, just Shedeur Sanders, let's take away Deion. Let's take away everything that he's able to be a part of when it comes to NFL guys and the situations. And let's just say Shedeur Sanders. Don't even throw Sanders. Shedeur. Good quarterback, but for me, I just don't see the next level.
You can't separate him. Because he has Sanders. And that's going to be a factor when it comes to getting that man drafted.
I have to see. That's why I said I sit back and I watch this year. I'll see what it's like because, listen, and we're talking about the difference of SWAC competition to Pac-12 is night and day.
Absolutely.
It's nothing I can compare about a SWAC defense, even though the Pac-12 and the Power 5 is not known for defense. It's still a whole difference of athletes. I just would like to see him, what he could do against that different level of athlete. And until I see that, that's the only reason why you hear me saying, because I can hear all the success that he had in the SWAC, right? Devontae Kincaid had a lot of success in the SWAC, right? Aqeel Glass had a lot of success in the SWAC, right? Felix Harper had a lot of success in the SWAC, right? Against those same caliber defenses, right? And there's no knock on Shedeur, but I'm just looking at the competition. All of those guys, somebody at some point thought could play in the NFL, right? Just no doubt about it. Devontae Kincaid, Aqeel Glass, and Felix Harper. There's a different level when you start to talk about moving up in the talent that they're going to be playing against. And I just have to see him against that talent first and then to see how he's able to adjust and react.
I'll tell you this. I think Kincaid was in the wrong era. If Kincaid was playing now, he's an NFL draft pick. He's an NFL draft pick. You can't. That game with Arizona alone gets him drafted in this era. He just came in at the wrong time because it was still that pocket passer, drop back style. Now, black quarterbacks being the standard, mobility being the standard, with Kyler Murray's and Baker Mayfield's, Kincaid is a draftable guy. It just is what it is now. And I'm not saying I think the only thing that you cannot separate is Deion influence and talent that Shedeur gets to play with. My question is, and this will always be my question, is Shedeur Sanders at FAU without his father? That is the question.
Now that's the debate.
That's the question.
That's the debate.
But the thing about it, we got to look at everywhere he's gone. His dad is automatically they say it's competition, but it's no competition.
Yeah.
Deion looking in that room and don't give a damn about no other quarterback except there has not truly been competition. It's been Shedeur, and then it's like, all right, Shedeur, from high school to college, what we've seen, even when he pulled up at Colorado, Deion didn't say, I'm going to find me a dog at quarterback. He went and found him at every other position, he said. But when it came to the quarterback, that was as quiet as a mouse. QB1 walked in when he walked in, day one, flying from Atlanta to Boulder. Am I lying? So there's no competition.
Yeah.
There's nothing he's had to go against when you talk about adversity. It's always been, here you go, son. Now show him what you can do. Everybody would love to have that type of position where you got somebody who's going to go to bat for you like that. And he showed that having success at Jackson. But I mean, he still can even win it on the biggest stage 2 years in a row against what we consider the not so good MEAC conference. Having struggled, but he still did well. But that is going to change tremendously now when you starting to talk about this Power 5 conference. And I don't care how sorry people will say the Pac-12 is. It's just a different level of athlete altogether when you talk about a SWAC athlete and no matter what, a full team of depth of ones and twos and maybe threes of the group of five, the Power 5. And I just want to see what he's capable of doing with that. Until then, I don't want to yell out, but right now, from what I saw, he just doesn't stand out because I've seen guys just as talented as him that did not even get a chance. And that's why I say, if you take Sanders off and everything else, does Shador then fall into the same boat like you saw everybody else? A Felix Harper, a Quill Glass, a Devontae Kincaid. Is he any different from any one of those guys once you take away Deion Sanders and the lifestyle that he's been able to live because of his dad?
Well, nepotism is a powerful tool, man. So, I mean, Shador's benefiting from it. We all know that. But when he's had his opportunity, he has showed. So we'll see what happens when he goes into the Pac-12. But nepotism is the way it works. Everybody's got to deal with it in the workplace. Some folks got to deal with it in sports. Those are the breaks. You see it in coaching all the time.
Absolutely.
That's just the way it is. So, but I do want to talk about this MEAC Flex Challenge before I go.
Talk to me. I mean,
there's talk that line's going to be mammoth.
You are Aggie.
For Jackson State.
You're an Aggie. You've experienced Buddy Pugh on numerous occasions. What's your take?
I think South Carolina State is going to win this game. I think it's going to be close. I think Buddy Pugh wants to blow the brakes off him based on the pettiness that I've seen so far by Buddy Pugh. It's the little things that I've noticed. I think he's going to beat the brakes off of Jackson State. But I think it's going to be a close game. I think T.C. Taylor is a better coach than Brian. I've always felt that way from that standpoint since he's got the job. But it's going to be an issue with all the replacement players he's had because he had so much turnover with that roster. I think that's going to do him in. But it'll be a good game. There's no question about that. I'm looking forward to going. I'm flying down there for Thursday. So it's gonna be a phenomenal game. I got South Carolina State winning it. I think the experience is gonna get them through it. But I think Buddy wants to beat the brakes off of them.
Hey, Dave, appreciate the call, my boy.
Yeah, man, have it.
Hey, let me play the video earlier today by Buddy Pugh. Everybody's been talking about it on Twitter. I apologize. I didn't get to this sooner. But this is Buddy Pugh talking about the MEAC SWAC Challenge.
We going to the game this past, I guess maybe 2021 year, thinking that we might not be able to match up with Jackson State and a little bit afraid of the outcome possibly. And I think we found out that we could at least play with them. We felt really good about, how things went as the game went on. But, this T.C. Taylor team right now will be a better football team than that football team. Will be a much better team. And we've had some experience against him in the past. And, it concerns us that we hadn't done all that well against the teams that he's been a part of in the past. So it'll be a tough game for us. We know that they'll get after us in ways that team didn't. And, we just look forward to seeing if we can get in there. We go into the game this past, I guess.
Listen, got a lot of people talking about Coach Buddy Pugh is giving a lot of lip service and things like that. Talking about that he's selling. I see somebody say he's selling crack cocaine. Perry, what's your thoughts on Buddy Pugh?
I like Buddy Pugh. He's old school, and I had a chance to meet him personally when the South Carolina State played Southern here in Baton Rouge some years back for the MEAC SWAC Challenge. And one thing I will say, there have been years where Buddy Pugh was on the hot seat, where people were ready to see him go. People were actually ready to see him go before they went to the Celebration Bowl against Jackson. That people were ready to move around and say, hey, Buddy, you've been here long enough. It's time to go. And then it's like every time he finds a way to get it done and to bring people back. Last year, the expectation just seemed to, I think they was feeling themselves. They was higher than what they believed. But it seems he's got this team correct. I like Buddy Pugh. He's the old school. He's going to tell it to you like it is. He ain't going to sugarcoat it. And I think because of his coaching heritage and his background, I think for me, that gives him an opportunity to go against an inexperienced coach like TC Taylor. Let's not remember what we're looking at Puss State, right? An inexperienced coach, a turnover on the staff, a turnover of players. When the last time have you seen this level of complete turnover all the way around the board from the team to the staff?
That's real.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, it's nothing pretty about it, but just the honesty, we've never seen. I mean, the same thing could be said at Colorado. Colorado and Puss State, regardless of the difference, they still the same. And we don't know what it's looking like. We don't know what to expect, but I do know Buddy Pugh will have a team ready to play defense. If it's nothing else, I know they will be there to play defense, and it will come down to nearly the last play of the game. And so I think Buddy Pugh has always shown that he can have his team ready. And going against an inexperienced coach. Coaching matters in situations, right? Coaching matters in game time and how the flow of the game and making decisions and what you're going to do. Buddy Pugh has years of that. TC Taylor's going to be trying to figure this out live on national television, having to live up to an expectation, having to make sure that he lets everybody try to, how much weight is it going to be on him? And sometimes, do you stick with the game plan or do you go for the try to get the victory? It goes back to stats and victory. Do you go for what you practice or do you go for what you think going to try to win you the game? If that makes sense. I heard Bobby Petrino say that with Texas A&M. They said, are you going to be calling the game plays of Jimbo Fisher? He said, we're going to call the plays that we practice. That's what wins the games. When you start to go against what you practice, you will lose. And I'm not sure. I got to see what TC Taylor is as a coach. But for right now, Buddy Pugh is a coach, and he's been a coach a long time. And if I'm going to put my money on somebody that I know can handle situational ball, Buddy Pugh will be the guy that I feel can handle situational ball and national television.
My last point before we get up out of here, Pete, my thing is I think you bringing up the fact of the turnover as heavily as you did. I think a lot of people really don't you really got to understand, you're talking about 60 to 70 players completely turned over into the program, a whole new coaching staff. TC Taylor stays on staff, but you got a new OC, new DC being brought on. I think listen, as much as I want to see Pothole State lose, and I would love to see them lose, right? There is something there if you see a TC Taylor squeeze out a couple early wins in this season, because you're like, wow, what is he doing to matriculate chemistry as quickly as he's doing, as well as having the game experience, the adjustments and everything that's needed to come out with these W's. But I would say this, I think his mark should be Eddie Robb. I think Eddie Robinson, new coach, never coached before, stepping into the SWAC, going 6-5, beating his rival. I think that's a nice floor. If that's what if Pothole State's looking for something, I think that's a nice floor. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not say, okay, TC Taylor has more experience, but not your team. Your team definitely doesn't. So I'm curious to see what that looks like altogether.
And for me, it would be different if he was still inheriting a team that was left over from Deion Sanders, right? Something like what I saw with Eric Dooley coming to Southern. He still had guys that was left over, even though Jason Rollins took over. That was still a pretty much sound team in which Coach Dawson Odoms, it wasn't like he had to completely turn that roster. There was talent that was there, right? But I just don't think people truly understand building from the ground up, from coaches to players. I get the excitement. I get what you had for the past 2 years, but what you had for the past 2 years from coaches and players literally is not what you're going into this game with.
Absolutely.
You're going into this game with completely a whole different idea of what you had last year. That number one in defense, that number one in offense last year, that's who's on this team that had that. The play calling, who's on this team that had that? And I mean, it's no knock, it's no hate to Jackson, but I mean, it's just I get it. When you love the road to Puss, I know when you I know when you love your team, right? And I get it. And I know when you won 2 SWAC championships, it gives you a reason to gloat. I get it. It's everything about the pride. I get it. But all jokes aside, I just think Jackson has to show us something. And right now we don't know. So how can we believe in what we don't know? TC Taylor didn't have me believing like Deion Sanders, right? TC Taylor wants us to believe, but TC Taylor has to prove himself and show us. And until he does that, I don't know. This is a unknown. This is into the abyss, and we don't know what we gonna get.
Yeah, it's going to be a show. It's definitely going to be something to be entertaining, and I think I'm gonna say this. I think you're going to see a lot of stuff come out. You're going to see a lot of. I believe you're going to see a lot of like stuff being pulled out the bag on the side of Paho State because you need this game.
Do you think they come out aggressive?
You got to. You got to listen. This to me is a pressure-packed game for Paho State because you can say, yeah, we can lose this because it's MEAC, it don't really count, and I get all of that. But what people are going to see is a chink in the armor. And it's no different than Rocky. Once people see you can bleed and you're not this all-world beater like you were, now it's just free game. So I think I'm not saying you have to literally shoot all your bullets, but you need to shoot enough of them hoes that you come out and you start like, you was in a fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might have lost, but they ain't whoop me though. You know what I'm saying? He beat you too. So,
and what's gonna hurt them, I think, even more is the target of the shit talking and everything that Deion did during his time. That now he's left them to have to bag it up, right? And there's gonna be a target on their back. It's going to be a lot that they're going to have to deal with. That it's going to be a lot of pride when they playing against teams that otherwise probably just would have been like, yeah, we playing Puss State. But this time it's like we got to, I know a handful of teams. You got Alabama State. You're going to have FAMU. You're going to have Southern. That's 3 teams right now. South Carolina State, I already just feel like they better than you. We beat them once. Why can't we do it again?
With a better team.
And guess what? Didn't Jackson have the better team last time? And South Carolina State came and what they say, shocked the world, shocked the nation. So, I
picked them that year to win. I was the only one that picked them.
You beat South Carolina State. I got a cookie for you when you come to Southern. I'll take care of you. I got to give you a cookie for that pick. But this should be a great game. Hey, nonetheless, folks, listen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I cannot wait. It is football. It's Black college football. It's going to be on a national stage, national audience. Buddy Pugh, one hell of a coach, a legend. We don't know how much longer we're going to have this legend, right? So enjoy it while we have it. TC Taylor could be an up-and-coming coach. We got to figure out who he is. It just sounds like it's the perfect fit, right? He played quarterback and wide receiver at Jackson State. He's been at the program for a while. And guess what? Now he's ascended and he's the guy that it just seemed like it's a gift from heaven that if there's going to be anybody to take over this program, it'll be a name that everybody knows oh so well, and that's TC Taylor. And that's why people believe because he is a Jackson guy. People believe in him because he's a Jackson guy. He understands Jackson. He's not an outsider. So I can understand. I think altogether this shall be a good game. This is an unknown versus a team that you kind of feel like you know. It's not too much off from South Carolina State. South Carolina State has a lot to prove along with Jackson State. And I think that's what's going to make this game beautiful. Both teams have a lot to prove, and we'll see who'll be able to prove it and get a W.
Found out today that my beautiful wife has bought us tickets, so I will be at the game. I thought I was going to be at the crib, but she bought tickets already, so we will be at the game. So if you see me, say what's up. And let me just say this before we get up out of here. I have a problem with this, right? Because it has a cause my God. But this don't make no sense because all you going to do is go jump on to the Kumbaya station and be like, oh, yeah, everybody's talking so bad about us. I need to come here to hear how good we are. They're going to give you the same thing, just the opposite effect. So what are you talking about?
And I think I'm very fair. I mean, the Southern Jackson State talk, yes, of course, it is hate. But when it comes to just talking football, talking the game, I don't care who wins South Carolina and Puss State. I don't care. It's no hate. It's just honesty. We don't know. Hell, he don't know.
You know what I'm saying? Because what you going to do, you're going to go over there to Kumbaya Station, and what they're going to tell you, I seen behind the curtain. They ain't seen South Carolina State. I bet they said it was going to be NCCU. I bet they said it was going to be South Carolina State. I bet they said that. It didn't happen. So come on now. But anyway, you already know what it is. Listen, once again, I appreciate everybody. If you're looking to buy some off-script merch, you can go to itsoffscript.com, go to shop. I got the Pothole State shirts up there. So if anybody was looking to buy one, go get yourself some. Go get yourself one. If you're looking for some off-script merch, go up there as well. Got nothing but t-shirts and stuff like that. All right. And listen, Wednesday, the breakdown. Me, Mike Reed, that is when you'll get my prediction. Tuesday, I'll be doing a film breakdown of Corey Fields tomorrow. So it's a full pack show. Thursday might have something special for y'all. I ain't gonna talk about it right now. We cooking up something over here in off script. So make sure y'all tune in on Thursday as well. But listen, until next time, you know what I'ma do. I'ma holla. God bless.